This is a very similar formation that the Indianapolis Colts run. As you can see, we got two tight ends sitting over here. We got a left wing formation, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 linebackers. Right, so that is a loaded box. Plus, you got the corner sitting over here. Now, actually, I believe that's the safety that's came up to cover number 15. Now, as we watch, it's a very similar situation. Hilliard and Foreman ran 240 yards against the Patriots, and they left yards on the field. And that's not something that you would see with Jonathan Taylor. In this situation right here, we've seen multiple times as we watch the handoff happen and Hilliard starts coming across, right? And you look, you can see here, 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 and here. And you can see that the defender right in front of him has the angle to stop this run if he tries to hit this hole. If he tries to bounce it out, the defender here will have an opportunity. If we're looking at a Jonathan Taylor run, what he's going to do is going to run right up onto the left guard, cover right up along the side, and then cut out and force the safety into a sprint match with him. But that's not what this running back here does. He goes right, as you can see, as I said, this guy's got position. This guy's going to end up having good corralling position, be able to hold him in. He's going to try to run it up the gut and get nothing out of it. Yet, had he done this right here, as I said, it's a sprint. It's a sprint. He could take off here and then one move, left or right, shake the safety, and you're looking at a 75-yard touchdown. And that is the kind of stuff that we've seen multiple times from Jonathan Taylor. And that's why loaded boxes don't work against him, because a small crease, Jonathan Taylor can turn that into something huge. As we see here, we see another heavy formation, loaded box, as you've got a cornerback that's coming in on the blitz on the side. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys in the box. You got a couple people covering the receivers on the outside. You're going to see some pulling. It's going to be a toss sweep to the outside, and you're going to see bad angles taken, especially by this guy right here. This safety right here takes a really bad angle. He goes straight across on this toss sweep. And Hilliard's got some speed. He run a 4.44.40. Now, that's not the speed that Jonathan Taylor has, but, still pretty good speed. As we watch this play develop, you see the fullback get out in front. Doesn't quite get hands. Didn't quite get hands on him. But look at that. That toss edge sweep, he gets all the way. He gets knocked out at the 34-yard line. Look where the safety is. Bad angle. Bad angle. Had he not gotten to him, he had to change his angle up at the last second because there's no way he was going to catch Hilliard. Hilliard would have ran down the sideline. Now imagine if this is Jonathan Taylor, who's just a hair faster than Hilliard, right? And you watch him get this outside edge running up against him. That corner doesn't make it to him. Jonathan Taylor gets that edge, and he's gone. It's a touchdown. This was a good run for a very good yardage pickup by Hilliard. But again, because you're loading the box, they utilize that speed, get to the edge, can't get there in time. Jonathan Taylor will make you pay even more than that. So what happens if the Indianapolis Colts decide to spread it out instead of using a bunch of tight ends? They just use one tight end, right? And spread it out on a formation with 3 wides. That puts, guys out here. It lessens the box. You only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys, which is a normal box with 3 wide receivers. And you're putting a big problem. Now, he is running as a spy against Hilliard. And McCourtney has got center field. McCourtney's lack of speed right now is his downfall. Big time. Big time. As you watch this delayed handoff happen, oh my goodness. This is a beautiful play right here. Good run, right up the gut. McCourtney just don't have the speed to keep up. Gone. Touchdown. All the way. This is a really good executed play. There's a big hole right here. McCourtney needed to come up into the box, but because they're playing the spread formation, and it just allows a little bit of time, it's too late. Now number 21's got to come up here to make the tackle. Beautifully done, using this guy as a blocker to block out number 21. That's exactly what Jonathan Taylor does. Uses the blocks that are already happening to seal off another player, gain more yards down the field. And as you see McCourtney coming up to make the tackle, my goodness, he stops. He has to wait to see which direction he's going, right? But look, he's already taking off this way. As he's coming through the hole, McCourtney can't over-pursue, because if he over-pursues this way, Hilliard cuts that way, and McCourtney's stuck. It's a touchdown and untouched. He has to wait for him to lean one direction. Then he makes that cut. And by then, it's gone. McCourtney has no chance. Cornerback has no chance. It's gone. Touchdown. I would love to see the Indianapolis Colts run some spread formations and still run the ball. Open up the defense of the Patriots. Force them out of that type of situation, out of those loaded box formations. And that'd open some things up for Jonathan Taylor right up the gut. This channel is proudly sponsored by the Backroom Collection. They do beautiful sports canvas art with football, basketball, baseball, and other sports themes. Special orders are accepted and autograph pieces are available. Many Indianapolis Colts signed pieces will be available beginning in November. Just use your discount code CL10 to purchase the pieces you want to spice up your living area. That's CL10. Here we got a very similar play that we saw against the Titans on the very first clip. And this time it's Dearness Johnson running the football, who, now you're going to go look at this 40 time, and it says 4.8. That's not right. He actually runs around a 4.5, but that's still nowhere near the 4.3 that Taylor runs, so keep that in mind. And as we look at this here, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys in the box again. You got, guess who, sitting back in the safety position. And we watch where this is going to run weak side. Let's watch this play develop here as it runs. Again, same position, right? Exact same position. Remember what I said? Don't run in the gap. Don't run to the outside, because this guy's got angle. You cut between them and hold tight to your blockers, and then you'll find yourself an open spot on the field. Well, that's what Dearness Johnson does here. Holds tight to his blockers, hits around the outside edge, opens it up, bam. Now it's a foot race. Remember what I said? Dearness Johnson's, he clocked 4.8, but he's really actually about a 4.5. Now imagine if this was Jonathan Taylor, who has a 4.3. Buddy, that's gone. That's a touchdown. Ain't nobody catching him. From this point on, McCourtney has no shot. He has no shot. It's just a foot race. That ends up being a 45-yard touchdown, if that's Jonathan Taylor. Why? Because they loaded the box and left spots open. The little creases that you look for during a run. Like I said, right here, you can see it happening. You see it developing as it comes out. And this is something that Jonathan Taylor does all the time. He sees the cutbacks, goes between blocks, runs around blocks. It's beautiful vision here by Johnson. But we see it from Taylor all the time. He'll squeeze right between two guys, cut right back behind the blocker, and then accelerate. Then he sees open space, and it's just acceleration. No one should be able to catch him. Well, if he was any faster than 4.5, no one would have caught him. Still, I should put a little bit of worry in Patriots fans. Now, San Francisco 49ers does a good job here. As you can see, another left wing formation. Indianapolis Colts You got left wing, so that's 7 blockers on 7 guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 guys. And they're running 2 deep safeties. Why are they not bringing a safety up? Well, had they brought a safety up on this play, it's a touchdown. As it stands, it's a good run. But had they brought the safety up, it's a touchdown. Well, let's watch the play develop right here as we watch it. All right, let's just watch this. He cuts back, like I said, good vision, hits the hole, sees where he's going. It's a good, nice little, darn near 10-yard pickup right there. Good 8 to 10-yard pickup. Now let's watch as this play develops. As you see, keep an eye on the safety. Ball's hiked. Nice little draw play, right? We saw a very similar play like this, only they had a safety up rather than keeping him back. Now, the handoff happens. Now the safety comes up, right? Jonathan Taylor sees Jack Doyle's, block right here. He's going to cut right back into it. Kind of open field. You see Zach Pascal racing in to get this safety. That safety is Pascal's job right there. And he's not able to get to him quick enough. And that forces Jonathan Taylor to cut again to force an arm tackle. And it slows him up just enough for that corner to get in and wrap him, right? Now, what happens if this safety comes up? If the safety comes up, Carson Wentz sees it. He brings Pascal over to the front. At that point, Pascal has a direct line. He doesn't have to run all the way across the field to get to him. He's got a direct line if he comes up into the box. What does that do? Pascal would be here. The safety would be here. He'd come up, hit him, block him out. He wouldn't have a shot. It'd be over. At this point right here, that safety would have been blocked out right about here, and it's just a go route. It's gone, touchdown. We've seen something very similar. This is why you don't bring safeties up in the box against Jonathan Taylor, because you need both those guys back there to stop the really, really big runs. So, sure, you could definitely try to take Jonathan Taylor out of the game by loading the box, bringing a safety up or something, but you take a chance. You take a really, really big chance. This video is sponsored by Newsbreak. Newsbreak is an app used over 1.5 billion times a month by people just like you to get local news via articles or videos by those who are focused on that specific area. People like myself. Just use the link in the description of this video to download it. Then search a city, state, or someone specific, like myself, Colts Law. Then make sure to follow them so you'll get all the news fresh as it comes out. Here's a play where we're at the 7-yard line, and oh my goodness, of course you're gonna see this all day, every day. Another left wing formation by the Colts. 2 tight ends on the edge. There's 9 guys in the box on this play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Don't count this guy. He's following the receiver across. All right. This is definitely man coverage. 9 guys in the box. What happens when you got a guy who has amazing change of direction and top end quickness? You leave a guy open for over pursuit. Watch what happens here. This is nasty. Gone. Untouched into the end zone. All right. 9 guys in the box. And as this ball is hiked, hands it off, goes right towards the center. Look at everybody. Look at how this is being blocked out. I mean, my goodness. We're trying to seal the edge. This guy should not be trying. His job is to collect this edge right here. Collect the edge. But similar to the Patriots, they over pursue. Jonathan Taylor stops, cuts back. Cornerback has no ability to be able to stop and come after him. He's gone right around the edge. No one's going to even touch him all the way to the end zone. can't load the box. You load that box, you're putting too many people in a small area, and one change of direction, one little change of direction with a guy with the quickness that Jonathan Taylor has, and he makes you pay for it. Okay, so we've seen what will happen if teams like the Patriots, who are kind of slow on defense, they have a couple faster guys. J.C. Jackson's a nice quick corner. Matt Judon is a pretty quick edge rusher. But for the most part, they've got a lot of age and not top-end speed, but wisdom. And in this aspect, speed kills. Speed kills. Here, the Colts run a spread formation against the Ravens. You know, they have some speed on their team, especially back there, but they also have age. And it shows. They run a spread formation to get them out of this loaded box, right? Get them out of the loaded box. They got to get these guys out here. The beautiful thing about something like this, you know, the Colts tight ends and wide receivers are really, really, really good blockers. Really, really good blockers. Watch what happens. Looky here. First off, every offensive lineman except Ryan Kelly block or just runs past, lets their guys go. You know, look, we already got a block happening downfield as the ball happens to catch. Okay, but it's not 5 yards down the field. That's legal as heck. Now let's look out right here. Got another wide receiver getting ready to land a block. Jonathan Taylor just has to catch and run. Sprint straight down the field. Straight down the field. At the last second, as this safety starts to come up, he's going to make a cutback. Watch. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Boosh! Gone. Yeah, you ain't catching that. You ain't catching that. And the scary thing is if they decided to run here, had they decided to run, there's no one up the gut. So you got right tackle, right guard, left tackle. You see him sending the edge right there. They're trying to get on the edge. If Ryan Kelly came up, you see the safety's trying to come up just in case it was a run, right? But it wasn't a run. But Ryan Kelly would have been freed. Ryan Kelly would have been free to put a block. I would take Ryan Kelly, the center, over a safety any day blocking downfield. Had this been a delayed handoff instead, he'd have been right up the gut. The only person that would have had a shot would have been this safety right here. It's the only person. And I'll take Jonathan Taylor versus a safety all day, every day. You know. But instead, it's a screenplay. Beautifully executed. Catches the football. Both the wide receivers make their connections. Solid hands-on blocking. Watch. Oh, my goodness. This is Eric Fisher. This is Eric Fisher, the left tackle. Watch what he does here. He not only gets hands, but he shoved him. He shoved him so hard, pushed him completely out of the play. Jonathan Taylor just went around the outside edge of him and gone. Right? He just got out there, shoved him. Jonathan Taylor cut behind him, turned on the final NOS gear, and they had no shot at catching him. So what are you going to do, Patriots? You going to load the box and take a chance that, Jonathan Taylor uses his good vision up the gut to find that crease and then an open hole down the field because you brought a safety up? Are you going to load the box and the Colts will use a misdirection play, and then find himself out on the edge with his speed against some of your slower guys? Or in a situation like this, will the Colts be able to spread your defense out and just let Jonathan Taylor do what he does with open field? It's going to be tough sledding. I don't see how the Patriots are going to be able to stop Jonathan Taylor the entire game. I don't. Hey guys, please smash that like button, hit subscribe if you're not subscribed, and tag that notification bell so that you're notified next time I go live. Don't forget, you can also share this video to your favorite social media, and please open up that description of the video In there you find a link to my Patreon, which is only $5 a month. Get all of my content plus Patreon specific content, and of course my merch shop.
Just because a player's not a household name doesn't mean we can't make him a household name.